Now let's throw the ball. Yes. Throw it and hit the white ball. Perfect. At this facility, people with dementia are encouraged to do as much as possible on their own. And at this one, they're allowed to do absolutely nothing. 2 facilities, one in France, one in Germany. 2 different approaches to helping people with dementia. The number of people needing memory care is growing, but which approach is better? Encouraging and challenging residents, or simply letting them be? How can people with dementia live with dignity?
Hello, Ren.
I was asleep.
Sorry, did I wake you?
My head is spinning.
May I come in?
Yes, of course. Why?
I'm your caretaker, Valentin.
In Dax, in southwestern France, Valentin Chu is used to introducing himself every day to the same people. It's just part of the job.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
He's a caregiver in a special community.
Everything okay?
All the residents here live with the same condition, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia, accounting for 60 to 70% of all cases. It causes nerve cells in the brain to degenerate. In the early stages, it typically results in memory loss or poor orientation. In later stages, it makes it difficult to follow conversations or perform familiar tasks. As the disease progresses, mood and behavior are often affected. In its final stages, patients no longer recognize loved ones and need help with all aspects of daily life. Valentin makes his morning rounds with his colleague Lilou. They check to see if everyone is doing well and distribute medication. This requires empathy, like with this patient who pretends to be asleep.
Can you hear me? Can you answer me? Open your eyes, please. Do me that favor. May I sit down? Don't worry. Everything is all right. Given how she reacted when I tried to get closer to her, it's not going to work. And I don't want to violate her privacy either. I respect her decision.
At this facility in Germany, which loosely translates to lazy lounge, self-determination is part of the approach to care. Here, residents are allowed to decide for themselves whether or when to have breakfast, for example. That can be a challenge for manager Christian Löbel and his team.
Would you like something else in your roll?
Yeah.
Something else like cheese?
Cheese? That's something I've thought about.
I'll get you a roll with cheese.
Yes, but...
I'll get you a roll with cheese. Since most people with advanced dementia are no longer able to make such distinctions, you just have to see what works. You'll get it wrong 10 times until you'll finally get it right. We'll see right away whether a roll with cheese was right. Hi there. Bon appetit. I've got a roll with cheese for you. May I give you half? I'll just put it down here. Again, it's about self-determination. It's important I didn't just take away the piece with the jam on it. I know a decision made 5 minutes ago isn't necessarily relevant now.
Letting people with dementia just do their own thing. Even nothing at all. That's the idea behind the Lazy Lounge in Marl.
We take a different approach here. The residents are free to laze around, to just relax. They can plan their own day. There are limits, of course. Nursing care must be provided, and medication must be administered.
Die medikamentöse Versorgung muss gewährleistet sein.
The Village Landais Alzheimer in Dax has been France's first and only Alzheimer's village since opening in 2020. What makes it special is that its 120 residents have their own residential complex to move about freely. There's a small salon, a library, and a supermarket. The goal is to make life as normal as possible. You can't tell who's a caregiver. Our staff all wear normal clothing, so you can't tell right away who's who. We focus on social interaction and participation, involving volunteers and families. People with cognitive impairments often live in closed facilities. I'm not a doctor, but I think that can make their problems worse. We want this place to feel like home, with lots of colour, light and nature. You can hear the birds chirping. All of this can be calming and help reduce anxiety. Cécile Berthet runs the pilot programme at the Alzheimer's Village. Care and support cost about 40% more than in a traditional nursing home. €184 per day instead of 130. The regional government picks up the additional costs. An accompanying research project has shown that costs are saved elsewhere. In 2025, we cared for 30 residents until the end of their lives. In traditional homes, about 1/3 of deaths occur in hospitals. We're expensive, but still less expensive than a hospital. Dementia is one of the greatest health challenges facing ageing societies. In Europe alone, more than 12 million people live with dementia. By 2050, that number is expected to reach just under 20 million, a 64% increase. Rising life expectancy is the main reason. As people age, their risk of developing the disease increases. Dementia is the 7th leading cause of death worldwide and a key reason older adults require long-term care. And this has significant financial implications. In 2019, this care cost approximately €1.1 trillion worldwide. By 2030, that figure is projected to reach €2.4 trillion. People with dementia are often denied their right to self-determination. In many countries around the world, patients in nursing homes that have dementia are still restrained or sedated.
To the left, to get to the wardrobe.
No. We can go this way, right?
I'll follow you, Miss Novaki.
I can just go here.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Would you like to sit for a bit? Take a little break? Rest for a sec?
No. Do you? No.
Just a few minutes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Here?
Yep, we can manage.
Christiane Löbel can make time for residents because of more flexible scheduling. The Lazy Lounge doesn't have more money or staff than other care facilities. It's part of a social welfare association in Marl. Founded in 2023, it's the first residential group where lazying around has been implemented as a therapeutic method. And it has been successful.
The problems in senior centres usually stem from the fact that residents who are mentally alert constantly correct those who are disoriented. At some point, they then respond with what is seen as challenging behaviour. We've been able to minimize these challenges by accepting and accommodating residents without correcting them. Separating those residents without dementia from those with it also helped. As a result, we've not only improved the well-being of dementia patients, but have also been able to reduce their long-term use of medications.
Try again. You want to stand up? Why? Now let's throw the ball. Throw it and hit the white ball. Perfect. At the Alzheimer's Village in France, caretakers offer residents daily activities. Today's activity is pétanque with physical therapist Coralie Béranger. With Ludi, we're working on the upper body, with her arms. But I didn't say I want to work. That's why we won't use the word work. It gets in the way. And in the fitness room, there is a very special Tour de France underway. Everyone in the village works together to rack up kilometres on the stationary bikes. The goal isn't athletic performance, but rather to maintain existing skills for as long as possible, including getting back off the bike. Do you want to get off?
I think so.
Come with me, get off.
A little exercise, a short ride.
Get down, Michel. Come on.
Okay.
Take your feet off the pedals.
Let's go.
Let's go.
If you try to get better.
Okay, stay on the bike. We try to tailor our activities to the residents' hobbies and interests. This allows them to focus on enjoying themselves and having fun. And I believe that's exactly what's needed when dealing with this disease. Gaëlle Marie Bayeul specialises in the care of older adults with mental and neurological disorders and coordinates medical care at Village Landais. In her view, the village demonstrates how quality of life can be ensured in the face of a disease that gradually worsens. Sometimes things become possible when we think differently, when we all share some of the responsibility and allow the residents their freedoms. The right to walk around, even to fall down once in a while. To lead a life where not everything is sterile. I don't think it's necessarily about prolonging life, but about improving the quality of life that we have left. When the world we know keeps getting smaller, moments of happiness can mean something different for everyone. For Ren in Dax, it's the flowers she picks in the garden. For Ms. Schmidt in Marl, it's her doll Anna. So nice to have you back. 2 approaches, 1 goal. The French Alzheimer's Village and the German Lazy Lounge both allow people with dementia to age with dignity.